With the start of 2022, a lot of you are going to be making personal finance related New Year's resolutions, and understanding how to best utilize credit cards is a really important part of everyone's financial journey. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 credit cards that you need in 2022. These credit cards range from having no annual fees to being more premium credit cards that have significantly higher annual fees. And some of these cards are primarily good for cash back, while some of the other ones are good for travel benefits and some of the other ones for lifestyle type benefits. Regardless, all of these credit cards are going to be focused on giving you long-term value beyond just the additional year one value that you'll get from all of the welcome bonuses. And I also did prioritize credit cards that are not specifically tied with one hotel or one airline, so that you have the flexibility to redeem your points at a wide array of hotels and airlines. So without further ado, let's get right into the video and reveal those credit cards. Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Thanks for checking out this video and welcome back to the channel. Before I get into my top 5 credit card picks, I did just want to mention this list is in no particular order. They're just my top 5 picks overall. So the first credit card on my list that you need in 2022 is a fairly new credit card, and that credit card is the Citi Custom Cashback credit card. This was pretty much a tie between this Citi card and the Chase Freedom Flex, but I went with the Citi card here because of the added flexibility that you get with the cashback, as well as the fact that I will discuss another Chase credit card that is also part of the Chase trifecta later in the video. To start with, the Citi Custom Cash credit card does not currently have an annual fee, and they're offering a welcome bonus of getting $200 cash back when you spend $750 or more in the first 3 months. It is important to note here that that $200 is actually awarded in the form of 20,000 Citi thank you points, and while you could redeem those 20,000 Citi thank you points for $200 cash back, you could also make those Citi thank you points worth significantly more due to the fact that you can transfer your Citi points out to any of their transfer partners at a 1-to-1 ratio, in which you can get significantly upwards of 2 cents per point in redemption value, and so I would definitely recommend that you go with that option. So the main appeal for the Citi Custom Cash credit card is that you will get 5% back on your top eligible spend category every single billing cycle up to the first $500 spent. To speak more on this flexibility, I wanted to read a quote from an article on CNBC, which says, "Popular cashback credit cards such as the Discover It Cashback and Chase Freedom Flex have rotating bonus categories chosen by the bank that cardholders have to enroll in each quarter. But with the Citi Custom Cash card, as your spending changes each billing cycle, you'll be able to automatically choose your bonus categories and earn 5% on whatever you spend the most." Basically, a lot of other popular cashback credit cards also do have the 5% categories. However, those categories change every single quarter, and they're chosen by the credit card issuer, so you don't have a lot of control over them. However, with the Citi Custom Cash card, you can get 5% back on whatever category you spend the most in every single billing cycle, and so whether or not that category changes is completely up to your own spending. These spending categories that you can use that 5% cashback for are pretty extensive and include a list such as grocery stores, restaurants, gas stations, live entertainment, gym memberships, and more. And the optimal strategy with this card is to use this card as a dedicated card for one specific spending category, and only strictly use this card for that one category, because you'll only receive 1% cash back on all other categories that aren't your highest spend category for that billing month. Ultimately, if you make full use of this card and maximize the 5% back on the first $500 in spending every single billing cycle, you could end up with $300 cash back for the year, and that is the reason that I think this card is a great option for 2022. The next credit card that you need in 2022 is the Chase Sapphire Preferred. In my opinion, this might be the best possible credit card that you can get in terms of the value that you are getting in relation to the cost. Cost-wise, this credit card does have an annual fee of $95, and then the welcome offer that you'll get with this card is 60,000 Chase points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months. One super underrated yet significant feature of the Chase Sapphire Preferred is that your points are worth 25% higher in redemption value when you redeem them through the Chase portal. So the 60,000 Chase points that you get on the welcome bonus offer could actually be worth $750 instead of just $600. And just like Citi, Chase is a super extensive travel partner program that is actually probably the best out there on the market, and it allows you to transfer your points from Chase over to their transfer partners at a 1-to-1 ratio, and that includes a list such as Southwest Airlines, United Airlines, Hyatt, and Marriott. And when you do decide to transfer out these points to transfer partners, you can get a really high redemption value, a lot of times upwards of 2 cents per point, Or if you even decided to book something like an international business class flight, you could even get anywhere from 4 to 6 cents per point in redemption value. And really getting any redemption value over 1 cent per point is optimal, and this is definitely feasible with the Chase Sapphire Preferred. The Chase Sapphire Preferred also does have some really good point earning multipliers, such as 5x back on travel booked through the Chase portal, 3x back on online grocery store purchases, 3x back on dining, 3x back on select streaming services, 2x back on all other travel purchases, and then 1x back on everything else. And then this card also does have some really nice perks, such as a $50 travel credit towards hotels when those hotels are purchased through the Chase portal. And if you're able to use this credit, you can lower your effective fee down to $45. And then you will also get a complimentary DoorDash Dash Pass subscription, which allows you to get $0 delivery fees, and then trip cancellation insurance, purchase protection, no foreign transaction fees, and more. Overall, based on the pretty affordable $95 annual fee, there's a ton of value that is packed into this credit card, and that is the reason that you need to get the Chase Sapphire Preferred in 2022. The third credit card on my list for credit cards that you need to get in 2022 is the Capital One Venture X credit card. This credit card was launched just a couple months ago, and it has the goal of competing in the premium travel credit card market. This credit card does have an annual fee of $395, and I know that is a lot for some people to pay for a credit card, but before you just completely write off this card, let me explain, because there are some clear benefits that actually outpace the fee that you'll be paying every single year. Before I get into those benefits, I did just want to mention that the Capital One Venture X credit card is currently offering a welcome bonus of 100,000 points when you spend $10,000 or more in the first 6 months. So to touch on the first part of this, those 100,000 miles should be worth at least $1,000 when you redeem them at a value of at least 1 cent per point. However, you might have caught on by now, but I'm always looking for ways to get a higher redemption value of more than 1 cent per point. And Capital One does have a pretty good list of transfer partners, such as Aeromexico, British Airways, Emirates, and more. And so if you transfer your points out to one of their transfer partners, you should be able to get at least 2 cents per point in redemption value. To touch on the second part of this, $10,000 in 6 months can be a lot of money to spend, and so I would recommend waiting to get this credit card until you are absolutely confident that you can meet this welcome bonus, maybe had some high expense purchases coming up or something like that, because you don't want to leave a lot of money on the table by not meeting this welcome bonus. The Capital One Venture X credit card does have some really high multipliers for travel. However, for the sake of this video, I'm mainly going to be discussing the clear benefits that help to offset that annual fee. But if you'd like to check out a full review on this credit card, I'm going to put up a video on the screen right now in which I go through the main reasons to get this credit card. But as I mentioned when I first started discussing the Capital One Venture X credit card, this card does have an annual fee of $395. However, there are some really clear benefits that help to outpace that annual fee. So the first clear benefit that you will get with this card is a $300 travel credit towards bookings booked through the Capital One travel portal. And while I do usually recommend that you transfer out your points to transfer partners to get a higher redemption value from your points, this is a pretty easy credit to use for one trip. And if you are able to get the maximum value from this credit, you could lower your effective fee down from $395 down to just $95. Next, every year on your card member anniversary, you do get 10,000 bonus miles, which could be valued at $100 towards travel. But unlike the restrictions on the $300 travel credit, where you had to use that specifically to book through the Capital One travel portal, there are no restrictions on the 10,000 miles, so you could transfer those 10,000 miles out to one of Capital One's transfer partners, and then get a much higher redemption value, upwards of $200 in value. Regardless, even if we valued those 10,000 miles super conservatively at $100, if you remember, we lowered our effective fee down to $95 from the $300 travel credit. So now if we add in the $100 for the bonus miles, we would lower our effective fee down to -$5. In other words, if you did absolutely no spending on this card every single year, but you were able to use those two different credits, then Capital One would basically be paying you $5 every single year to just keep this card. And this is exactly why I chose the Capital One Venture X credit card as a credit card that you need to get in 2022, because it is one of the best keeper cards out there. The fourth credit card on my list for 2022 is the Discover It Cashback credit card. I chose this card for this list because it is one of the best credit cards to get for beginners, due to the fact that it is way easier to get approved than a lot of other credit cards out there on the market. And they do also have a student version of this card that specifically appeals to college students, or in other words, credit card users that are still early in their credit card journey. So if we get right into the details of this card, the Discover It Cashback credit card does not currently have an annual fee. And they have one of the best welcome bonuses that I've seen for a no annual fee card, which is that they will match dollar for dollar all of the cash back that you have earned in your first year. The main long-term value that you'll get from this card is that you'll get 5% back on rotating quarterly categories that include categories such as grocery stores, restaurants, Amazon, and things like that, up to $1,500 in purchases every quarter. And then you'll also get 1% back on all other purchases. Discover has already announced the 5% quarterly categories for 2022, in which Q1 is for grocery stores and gym memberships, Q2 is for gas stations and Target, Q3 is for restaurants and PayPal, and then Q4 is for Amazon and digital wallets. So if we do a simple calculation, if you were able to max out spending $1,500 every quarter in those quarterly categories, then by multiplying $1,500 by 5%, you would get $75 in cash back every quarter, or $300 in cash back every year. However, keep in mind that you're getting a ton of additional year one value because of that welcome bonus, and since they are matching all of your cash back in year one, that $300 in cash back would actually be worth $600 in cash back. And then maybe if you're a beginner and this is your first credit card, you will also earn double the cash back on all of your outside purchases beyond just the quarterly rotating categories. Overall, I think this is quite possibly the best credit card that you can get if you are a beginner or new to the credit card game. And so that is why I included the Discover It cashback credit card as a credit card that you need to get in 2022. The final credit card on my list for 2022 is a credit card that is a favorite of many credit card enthusiasts, and that is the AMEX Gold Card. The AMEX Gold Card is a perfect mix of a credit card that has some really powerful daily spend multipliers, but then it also has some really straightforward and beneficial credits that can help to lower your effective fee. The AMEX Gold Card currently has an annual fee of $250, which I know for some of you who maybe prefer no annual fee cards, this still might seem like a lot, but hear me out because I think you're getting a huge bargain by only having to pay $250 based on the amount of value that you're getting from this card. To start with, the AMEX Gold Card is offering a welcome bonus of 60,000 Amex points when you spend $4,000 or more in the first 6 months. And like Chase, American Express has a really wide list of transfer partners that you can transfer out your points to and get some really good value from that welcome bonus. If we move on to discussing the key benefits on the AMEX Gold Card, the first thing I'm going to discuss is the key credits that you will get. So the first thing that you'll get with this card every single year is $120 in Uber cash that you can use for Uber Eats or Uber rides. It is important to note that you'll get that $120 in increments of $10 every single month, and you do need to activate this category and then add your AMEX Gold Card to your Uber account in order to receive those credits. The next major credit that you'll get with the AMEX Gold Card is that you will get a $120 dining credit. And just like the Uber credit, you will get this in $10 increments every single month, and you do need to activate this category, and then you can use that $10 every month at places such as Grubhub, Cheesecake Factory, Shake Shack, and more. So if you combine the Uber and dining credits, you'll receive $240 in credits from the AMEX Gold Card every single year, and if you can fully use those credits, you can lower your effective fee down from $250 to $10. And as I mentioned, the AMEX Gold Card has some of the best point multipliers out of any credit card out there, and so having to only pay an adjusted fee of $10 for those point multipliers is just an absolute steal. To speak on those multipliers, the AMEX Gold Card has point multipliers of 4x back on dining, 4x back at supermarkets, 3x back on flights purchased through the Amex travel portal, and then 1x back on everything else. For a lot of people, dining and grocery stores are usually two of your highest spend categories, and so getting 4x back on both of them is going to be super valuable, and that is part of the reason that this card should be a staple in your wallet. But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up this list of the best credit cards that you need to get in 2022. I'd absolutely love to hear from you, so let me know down in the comments if you already have one of these credit cards, or if you are planning to get one of these credit cards in 2022. If you did enjoy this video, I make a ton of content on credit cards and personal finance, so if you like that type of content, then make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you received any value or insight from the video, please leave a like on the video as it helps me out a ton and I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.